Gaming Decathlon Gamer, welcome back to the weekly review special for week 24 of the Gaming Decathlon competition. This week I brought in 2,710 points. It's an over 500 point drop from where we were, but with a bunch of new series, 5 of the 6 active series under 100 points right now, 4 of those never having topped 100 points yet. It's to be expected. 2710 is not terrible, all things considered. Current virtual best also dropping to 3,101, again because of the newness of some of the series. And the all-time virtual best was unchanged. Not only was it unchanged, but we'll look on that side here first before we break down the games. For the first time, there are no active games in the all-time virtual best. Top 10 all-time scores. PCM 19, Career Mode, and Stage Racer have just retired also from that list. Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball just retired. All of those will be removed next week. Of course, those top 2 stay up there because they're number 1 and 3 on that all-time list. So the highest active game is now Founder's Fortune, which after just a couple of weeks has surpassed the Season 1 score from a ways back. We bring the game back to the channel, and in just a handful of episodes, it has already topped that previous best score. There are some complications to come in that game, though, next week, as I've already recorded a little bit ahead, so we'll see how we're doing at that point. But it's not over yet. We will continue on, and I am having fun with that game. It's just, it feels easy, and then it's super tough all of a sudden, and those challenges are just like, bam, here they are. Deal with it. Move on. The second highest active is Out of the Park, and those are going to be the only 2 active games that have hit 100 points. So our FS 19 Little Norton is going to be third on that list next week, pending score changes in the others that get it above that. Out of the Park, we just started a new season, so it could be a while before we even see that one rise. So at the moment, really the only hope is Founder's Fortune, which I already talked about, and the new season of Out of the Park. Little Norton, that one, fun series. It's going well. It's growing. It's coming along, but I'm also at kind of that standstill for a few more days, so it's going to be a week or 2 before I see that score go up. Valley Old Farm on the verge of finally starting to take off. It's been sitting on 2 points for a little while now, but getting all the fields planted is finally done, and we're ready to move into that next phase where we're going to start trying to pay that debt down a bit as we push through the year and wait for all those harvests ready to go. Of course, there's other things to do besides just making money and paying that debt down, but not as much as there was through the first few days. So that means PCM 20 is the one to talk about, and I started 2 new series. The Career Mode, 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. The All-Rounder is the other 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. They're both off to similar starts with 11 and 10 points for the Career and All-Rounder series. In that Career Mode, I already played all of Season 1. We only had 4 races in Season 1. We had the worst team that you could possibly have, and we're playing on expert difficulty. And it kicked our butts in that first season. We had a 5% evaluation. Lost our sponsor, got a worse sponsor, but I did sign better riders. Immediately, Season 2 has gone better. We went from scoring 5 points the whole season. We've scored 111 points this season in the Super Prestige, or 110 plus points anyway. Much, much better. And it's still pretty early in the year. We've actually succeeded in sponsor objectives. Really happy with where things are going, but still a difficult second year. It's more like a typical first year, or maybe even below that, to be honest. So it's going to take quite a while to get out of the gutter, especially with the budget. The budget's going to be a real challenge to try to get us to grow as we're starting not only from the bottom, but we started really low and then it got worse Season 2. So we've got to build that budget over time and get bigger, better sponsors. And that's going to be, I think, the hardest thing about that playthrough, to get somewhere. In that all-rounder, again, I'm also setting myself up for a super hard challenge. And so my development, much slower than what it'll normally be. I'm doing well. I already picked up my first win, which was really surprising. And then also, I took second in GC in a race already. So I've found some successes. I've won a KOM and an under 25s jersey. So I'm finding some early success despite the challenges that I'm facing. And I think I might find more success in the Pro Cyclist mode early on than the career. I think it's going to take a little longer for that to come along and develop. But really excited by those series and where they could be headed. But that's going to do it for this review special. Thanks for tuning in, and I don't know when my next new series is coming. I do know that right about a month from now, F1, can't wait for that. They are making some real progress in that game that they've not made in years past. I'm going to have a custom team. Can't wait for that. But that's still a month away. I don't know if there's going to be anything new between now and then. I've got a number of games that I'm wishlisting that a lot of things are kind of on hold in a bit of a hiatus with quarantines and whatnot. So we'll see when those are ready to release. But yeah, that does it. I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.